My family swears I ruined the wedding because they forced me into a dress that exposed me. My brother married Polly last year, and from day one, she was obsessed with having the perfect wedding. Polly decided to buy all the bridesmaid dresses herself so she could control every detail. When she showed me the dress options, 2 colors, light blue and dark blue, same style, same brand. The light blue in size 16 fit me perfectly. The dark blue was so tight I could barely zip it, and so short it didn't even cover my underwear. Polly took one look and agreed. Absolutely no way I could wear the dark one and said we'd go with light blue. Then, 1 week before the wedding, Polly calls me panicking. She'd decided she wanted the dark blue after all. Apparently she'd forgotten. It didn't fit me because she'd only been bringing out the light blue for fittings. Her mom immediately scheduled an emergency fitting. When I put on that dark blue dress, both the seamstress and I just stared in horror. The baby doll style meant the dress hung well above my thighs. I'm talking barely covering my behind. The seamstress tried everything. There wasn't enough fabric to let out the seams anywhere. We even sewed the slip to the outer fabric to reduce the puckering, but it was hopeless. Polly's solution was just wear shorts underneath. I told her how awful it looked, like I was wearing a shirt as a dress. She rolled her eyes and said I was being dramatic, that it looked fine. When I offered to step down from the wedding entirely, she completely lost it. Within hours, I had my mom, dad, and brother all calling me. They said I was being selfish, it was Polly's special day, and I needed to suck it up. The guilt trip was intense. Finally, I agreed to stay in the wedding, but only if I could wear the shorts. Wedding day arrives. I put on bike shorts under the dress. You could barely see them, just a hint of fabric. When Polly saw me during photos, she had a meltdown. You can't wear those. They show. Take them off right now. I'm standing there in front of all the other bridesmaids, the photographer, her mom, everyone. I tried to explain that without them, I'd be flashing the entire church. She didn't care. Take them off or you're out of my wedding. So I did. I went into the bathroom, took off the shorts, and walked back out essentially wearing underwear to a church wedding. The walk down the aisle was a nightmare. I held the hem of my dress with one hand, kept my bouquet strategically positioned with the other. My assigned groomsman, bless him, held my elbow instead of linking arms so I could keep both hands free to maintain some modesty. I could see guests' faces, the shock, the secondhand embarrassment, the confused whispers. My 85-year-old grandmother looked mortified. I hid in the back of every group photo, crouched down. The photographer kept trying to get me to move forward, but I refused. The second the ceremony photos were done, I bolted to the bathroom and changed into a plain black dress I'd brought just in case. When Polly saw me at the reception, she cornered me by the cake table. "You're ruining my entire wedding. I want you to leave. Now." I didn't have a car. I'd ridden with family who weren't ready to go. So I sat outside the venue for 4 hours until the reception ended, still in my emergency dress. Later I found out Polly had photoshopped me completely out of their main wedding photo, the one hanging in their living room. Not just cropped out, but digitally erased, like I never existed. When I confronted my family about it, they took her side. My mom said I was holding grudges. My dad laughed and said it was Polly's photo to do with as she pleased. My brother just shrugged and said I should let it go. That's when I posted the whole story on Reddit. Within days, it had thousands of comments calling Polly a monster, saying my family was toxic, telling me I deserved better. I showed the post to my brother, and finally, he admitted the truth. Polly was so embarrassed and ashamed of what she'd made me wear that day, she couldn't stand looking at the photos. Every time she saw me in that dress, she was reminded of how badly she'd messed up. So instead of apologizing, she just erased all evidence it happened.